I've been talking about change, and I was saying how you can't clap your hands, snap your fingers, or close your eyes, or shrug your shoulders, touch your nose, or any of those things to change. But there are things you can do to change. And I'm going to tell you my story about the biggest change that I made that made the biggest impact in my life. I grew up in a lower income family and learned how not to take care of myself. And in a girl in my generation, you were supposed to take care of everybody else. I was the oldest girl. I had three younger brothers. And so therefore it was my job to make sure that my brothers were taken care of. And my youngest brother, he was 10 years younger than me. I was 10 years old. My mom was tired of kids and she kind of handed this baby over to me. I was stuck taking care of my brother. And none of them appreciated it, especially as they got older, to tell you the truth. But all my sacrifice, it was like, oh, I'm supposed to take care of everyone. Even I had a brother that was 3 years younger than me because of different trauma and things like that. He had a very hard life and he got into drugs and all different things. And he got put into detention places. I'm trying to say detention places where they put people who do bad things. Anyway, my mom always told me to look out for my brother. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to watch my brother and take care of my brother. It was a battle because he always resented me helping him. Anyway, he passed away a few years ago. And that was like, oh my God, my kids were gone, but I was always there taking care of my brother. I brought him here to Florida from Chicago and on and on. So the story I'm telling you about is how I was taught not to take care of myself and to make sure that everyone else's needs were taken care of before mine. I divorced when my kids were young, so I raised my kids by myself. My ex-husband never provided for their children. I was, worked a lot of jobs. I worked part-time, worked two jobs, whatever I need to do to keep a roof over our head. And my children are now grown and they're very appreciative of all that I did for them. My children are gone, but I'm still not taking care of me because I never learned how to take care of me. Taking care of me was like frivolous. Why should I take care of myself when I need to take care of the world, take care of everyone else? So my health started to deteriorate and I didn't eat right. I didn't do all the things. My body broke down and I got sick. Not like cancer or anything like that. I had a lot of chronic conditions and whatever. And long story short, I had 2 years where my health broke down. I was like in my 50s and I'm 76 now. And there's no way when I was 50 that I thought I would be where I am. I was 26. Number one, my mother passed away when she was, I think, 41 or 44. And then my brother, who's 10 months younger than me, passed away 26 years ago. So he was 50. And my other brother, he lived longer, the one I told you about, and he passed away. I want to say maybe it's been 5 years now. I come from a long line of people who didn't live long, who didn't take care of their health. But I tell you, the change I made was I said, I am going to take care of my health. I am not going to be a sitting duck and just let bad health take over me, because when you don't have health, you don't have anything. And so I always tell my clients, which are primarily lawyers, if you don't have health, you have nothing. And if you don't take care of your health, you're not going to have health. And this is the bottom line. You have to take care of your health. If you don't take care of your health, nobody else is. I finally realized that, oh my gosh, this is a chore. When you wake up in the morning and it is a chore just to put your clothes on, you are exhausted and you don't think you're ever going to have energy again. I remember that just to get dressed took everything. It's like I had worked all day just to get dressed. That is when you're really sick. And I thought that I would be like that forever. I had Graves' disease, which was something that Barbara Bush had. Same thing. I had the same doctor did my surgery and my eyes bulged and I had all these things and my appearance changed. All of these things happened. This woman, she actually was a godsend because she said to me, Pamela, with all the new science and everything, that one day you won't even know that this happened to you, because I wanted to walk around with a bag over my head because of how I looked. So not only was I sick, I lost everything. I lost my looks. I lost everything. But I just said, if I could just start taking care of myself. And I started reading. I started finding out about taking care of myself. I went to a health farm in San Diego and they do this whole cleanse and they teach you about your body and your health, all those things, and how to rid your body of toxins that accumulate, all of those things. And it became a passion of mine. And it became a passion of mine to eat right, and became a passion of mine to juice and to exercise and all of that. And so now here I am 26 years later, when I thought I probably wouldn't be here. Most people in my family didn't live to be this long, and I'm still here, and I'm healthy, and I'm alive, and I love what I do, and I'm still working, and I still coach lawyers, I still have clients, I still do all those things. And I couldn't have imagined. But what I did was I decided to make a change. So every one of you can do that. You can decide. You can decide that you want to change something that you don't like in your life. But first of all, you have to decide what it is. If you don't say what it is that you want to change or you don't like in your life, then you don't go anywhere. There's a saying, denial is not a river in Egypt. So many of us are in denial of things that they're terrible and we tolerate in our lives. And we just go week after week after week. And then how we hide from it is we can overeat or watch TV compulsively or do anything to avoid seeing what we don't like in our lives. But the healing thing is to find out what you don't like in your life and make up your mind you're going to change. And sometimes you can't change it. Sometimes you just have to just say or be aware of this is going to change. When I was sick and I just said I couldn't immediately become well, but I was like, I'm going to win this. I'm not going to be a victim here. I am not going to let bad health ruin the rest of my life. And it paid off. So I want it to pay off for you. So find something that you want to change. Address it every day. What is it that I want to change? What is one thing I can do to change? Sometimes it's just asking that question. Maybe I'm going to sit down 5 minutes and think about what I could do to change it. Spend that 5 minutes in front of a TV or watching someone else or watching social media. Spend 5 minutes for you. Because if you learn how to take care of you, then everything changes. Start learning how to take care of you, and that's a big change. And if you're coming from that big change, you will be surprised how your whole life will change too. Subscribe below.